I think there are some best practices. Is there anything, one thing from each of you, if you have it, that might be controversial? You might have an approach, a tactic, something you've done that may be controversial, but it's worked. Kris, do you have a secret sniper shot?
Yeah, I guess I think that every organization that I've built has had a focus on craftsmanship as a core value. And I think that there is this kind of idea in our industry that we as engineers always want to over-engineer things. And I think that's very true. I've definitely been guilty of it myself. But at the same time, I think the best engineers want to know that they're improving their craft and that they're not just like, seeing engineering as a means to an end, but also focusing on being a better engineer in the process. And so for me, I've always made that a core value of the engineering teams a part of.
Mm-hmm. Brad, how about you?
It's interesting it comes up, Kris, because I do believe like engineering is a core value for sure. It's an important thing that we do because engineering is kind of the special sauce in a lot of the startups. But something which I think is really important to keep the hat on for is like we're doing engineering in service of building a business, right? So we're not here to do engineering for engineering's sake. We're here to build something, and that's a very crucial North Star for me. When I'm talking to people, because you might want to work on a particular engineering problem, but if it's not relevant to what we're trying to do as a business, like we need to figure out like how does that align, or if that's the right thing for us to be focused on.
Great. Cos, what are your secrets?
I mean, what's funny is that Kris mentioned one of the engineering values of Brex, and Brad mentioned the other one. One of them being be proud of your craft, the other one being accelerating the business. The thing that I found useful is also the how. So one of the other values of web engineering is impatient optimism. Basically, like it's very easy for as an engineer to be hypercritical and everything is like right or wrong, black and white. But in general, like things are much more nuanced and people want to do the right thing. And bringing that positivity tends to lead to better outcomes, both in people's day-to-day jobs, but also the broader culture. So that positivity is something that I found to be useful in building orgs.
Awesome. Well, one thing I will say, because the three of the panelists won't say this, is one thing that is huge in branding and huge in attracting and retaining talent is humility. And these are three very humble but very successful companies. So be humble about the opportunity to interview the people you get to interview, and they will have a better experience. So they won't say that about them, but I will.